Have you ever talked to a friend or a parent and they look you dead in the eye and they say, I am not moving to one of those places? And you just nod because you know exactly what picture they have in their head, right? You do. The beige hallways, the bingo cards, the smell of institutional carpet, the early bird dinner specials, right? I've heard this conversation more times than I can count. And every single time, the moment I actually get them inside of one of these communities, I watch their whole face change. It's like, aha. So today, I want to talk to you about the 55 plus communities, what they actually look like in 2026, because I promise you, whatever you're imagining right now is not. Nope, it's not. So let me tell you about this couple, and I am going to call them the Hendersons because that's just what they look like. Classic Hendersons. They both are retired, they both are active, but they both are very clear that we're not, quote, moving somewhere to wait around. And I respect that. I respect that. But their house had 5 bedrooms, 3 floors, a yard that one of them was mowing every single week at 68 years old. 68. So I brought up the 55 plus community. I just floated it around a little bit. And the look I got, the look, it was like I suggested that they give up. Now I'm sitting here thinking, Denise, okay, choose your words carefully. This is a moment here. So I said, just look at one with me, one. And if you hate it, we never have to talk about it again. They agreed. Mostly I think because they wanted to prove me wrong. I get that, I get it. So the first thing people always think is 55 plus communities are old, they're for old people. And I need you to hear me when I say this. The people living in those communities, actually these communities, do not feel old. They do not act old. And they are absolutely not sitting around waiting for anything. We walked in and there was a pickleball tournament happening. An actual tournament with the brackets and a lot of trash talk back and forth, but still, they were having fun. There was a fitness center that looked better than the one that I paid for that I barely even use. And then the pool, come on, the pool. So Miss Henderson, she grabbed my arm and went like, this is giving resort. And I said, yes, ma'am. This is exactly what it's giving. The second myth is that there's nothing to do, that is quiet and you're just sort of existing. So needless to say, the activity calendar alone took down the myth immediately. We're talking cooking class, art studios, book clubs that actually read interesting books, day trips, happy hour, more than once a week. One community that I work with has a woodworking shop. A full woodworking shop with equipment. Now, Mr. Henderson, who has been very quiet up until this point, arms closed, he gives that kind of energy, found out about the woodworking shop, and I watched his posture just change, just like that. And I thought, we're done here. He's already moved in his head. He's thinking, I'm ready. I think I want to try this out. So, now this one I hear a lot. And I want to address it directly because it's a real concern. People worry that the 55 plus community means losing their independence, that there are rules, there are restrictions, people all in your business. And I get that, I do. But here's the thing. What these communities actually do is remove the stuff that was quietly draining your independence in the first place. The maintenance, the yard work, I need to be home to meet the repair guy. Okay, so when you're not spending your energy on all of that, you actually have more freedom, more time to travel, more time to be spontaneous, to do the things that kept you from saying what you do when you had more time. You have the time now. That's kind of the whole point, right? And the last one, the money conversation. You gotta have the money conversation, but people assume that the 55 plus automatically mean expensive. These communities are expensive, and some of them, they are. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this because they are, but there are a lot of them that are actually priced really competitively when you factor in what you're getting. HOA covers exterior maintenance, landscaping, amenities. You're not writing a separate check for the gym, for the yard guy, for the pool service. No, you're not. when the Hendersons actually ran the numbers compared to what they were spending to maintain that 5-bedroom house, the 55 plus community was cheaper. You know, I watched the math land on Mr. Henderson's face, and I had to physically stop myself from saying, I told you so. So here's what I want you to take away from this. If you or someone you love is starting to think about what's next, what does the next chapter look like, don't let those outdated images make the decision for you. No. Come look at what's actually out here right now, because it has changed. A lot of it has changed, and you need to see it for yourself. The Hendersons, they closed last month. New neighbors have already invited them out for wine night before they even finished unpacking. So 55 plus isn't the end of the party. It's the party. It's just beginning. If this surprised you even just a little bit, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you're ready to actually explore what's out there, don't just drop me a comment. Reach out to me. Let's have a one-on-one, and let's tour some of these communities together.